Today we've got a good friend with us. This is Daylon Hicks Jr. He was actually a groomsman in one of my brother's weddings, and his family has been friends of our family for a lot of years. His mom and dad were missionaries to Haiti, so he spent a good bit of his life. How many years there?
10 years.
10 years. And I've been talking to him and asking him a little bit about the food there and what did he eat, and so tell him what you told me.
They ate beans and rice, and then when they didn't have that, they ate rice and beans.
There you go. You just shake it up all the
A
time.
little bit of meat, but the meat was a luxury.
It was a luxury. You said goat was the luxury there.
Goat, and a little bit of beef.
Yeah.
Chicken.
And we're gonna cook some goat one of these days. I'll get you to help me do that because I've never actually cooked it or eaten it, but it looks good. So it looks really good. But what he did do is he went deep sea fishing a few weekends ago and had posted a few pictures out on Facebook, and looks like they did really good. And so I was like, well, hey, come on, let's cook some of that fish at our house. So that's what we're doing today. Caught some redfish. About how many pounds did you catch?
This is just one redfish. It's about 2.5 pounds.
See how beautiful it is? Now, on the underside, the scales and the skin are still on there, so we're going to do a marinade and put it in the refrigerator for a little while, because we're also going to do some green beans out of the garden to go with this and some potatoes, and we'll show you that in just a minute. But we're going to get our marinade going first and get the fish put in the refrigerator and let it set for just a little bit, because it will not take long for the fish to get ready. It gets done pretty quickly, and you don't want to overcook it. All right, so here's what is going into the marinade. We're doing some soy sauce and some sesame oil. All right, let me talk a little bit about this sesame oil. The first time I tried to use this and find it, actually to use it in a couple of recipes that I was experimenting with, I couldn't find it. It was very difficult. But now with ethnic food sections in your grocery stores, it's very easy to find this kind of stuff now. So this is going to kind of have an Asian feel to it today with the soy sauce and the sesame oil. We're also going to do some lemon pepper. And we're going to do a little bit of zest from the lemon, as well as a little bit of lemon juice, and then we're going to also use some garlic, and this is the tops of some green onions that we've chopped up pretty fine. So all of this is going to go together. So let me first salt and pepper the fish. Daylon, if you want to go ahead and cut that lemon in half for us there, and we'll use some of that juice and then zest some of that as well. So we're getting our fish seasoned up real nicely. All right, and now we're going to add some soy sauce. And we've got a pretty good bit of fish, so, you know, just kind of eyeball it and see, you know, how much you think you might need. But we want all of the fish to be covered with that. So, and I'm using a lower sodium soy sauce because we're going to add our own salt. All right, that's probably, what do you think, a couple tablespoons full there, quarter cup. And then some of this. This really has a good aroma to it, but sesame oil, a little bit goes a long way. So just experiment with this if you decide to try a few recipes with this. We're going to put about a tablespoon or so in there of that as well. All right, we're going to mince the garlic. And Daylon said, he's like me, you can't cook without garlic, so anything you put garlic on is going to be good.
Exactly.
We're going to put that in there. All right, let's do some zesting of this lemon. And we're going to garnish with the lemon wedges as well once we let this cook for a little while.
What's them knuckles?
Yeah, I've done that once or twice in my life, that's for sure. Okay, a little bit of lemon zest, and if you want to take that lemon squeezer right there and just put a little lemon juice in here as well, and we'll whisk this together. There you go. Oh yeah.
How much you want?
That looks good right there, I think. Now see, this marinade, it's not a whole lot, but it's got some very intense flavor. You can smell that too. Smell that. You can smell that sesame oil in there.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to put all of this in here. Sprinkle it over our fish. It won't take much. All right. Now, that looks really good. We'll shake it up a little bit once we seal it well, and then stick this in the refrigerator and let that sit for a little while. Now, while we're letting this marry for a little bit, we're going to do our potatoes. All right? We've already chopped the potatoes up, and I'm going to do some salt and pepper. This is actually one of my husband's favorite ways to have potatoes. A little salt and pepper. If you want to, Daylon, grab that garlic and do me a couple pods of garlic in here. Alright, let's get that out of there. Alright, we've got about 3 pods of minced garlic in here, salt and pepper. We're going to add some olive oil in here. Stir this around, just drizzle that all in there. That looks good. Yep, it's looking good. And some Dijon mustard. This garlic and Dijon mustard really makes these potatoes taste so good. And this is so easy. You can just get it all chunked up, leave the skins on there. That adds color and it certainly adds nutrition. And then throw it all in the oven on a cookie sheet. So we're going to squeeze some in here. I have been known to put a little too much mustard on occasion, so kind of eyeball it. You don't want too much where it's overpowering, but I think that's about right there, Daylon. All right, hand me that cookie sheet behind you over there. All right, now I'm going to pop this in the oven, and every once in a while I will stir this and flip it with a spatula. Because we want the potatoes to get a little brown on the outside, but about halfway through will be about the right time to stick the fish in the oven. What we're going to do with that is put it in this Pyrex container here, lay the fish skin side down, and then we're going to leave it uncovered and stick it in the oven. So we're going to get the potatoes started, and then about halfway through we'll get our fish going. All right, the fish has been marinating. The potatoes are smelling really good. I've already tossed them around a couple of times, but they're not quite ready. About halfway through with that process. Now we have set our oven at 400 degrees, and the fish is now skin and scale side down. As you can see, look how pretty, and it really does smell good. We're going to put the remainder of the marinade and just kind of drizzle it all over the top. These are some pretty big pieces of fish. Probably will be ready in about 20 minutes, but we're going to watch it closely. We don't want to overdo the fish. It looks real good. Okay, we're going to leave this uncovered now, put it in our oven at 400 and check it in here in about 20 minutes and it should be ready. And that should be just about time for the potatoes to be done and those green beans out of our garden, and it's going to be delicious.
Okay.
Look at that.
That is pretty.
And it smells so good. Okay, the potatoes are done. The fish is done. It's got to cool a little bit. That's a little bit too hot.
It's definitely
Right there. But put your fork in it and show how it kind of just, it pulls apart. See, it just, oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that looks so good. Yeah.
That's gonna be yummy.
All right, we're fixing to fix our plates and dive in. And I think it's going to be wonderful. And we're going to have some green beans from the garden too, which I put a little bacon drippings in. You can't eat green beans without a little bacon drippings in them. So we're going to have our green beans, our potatoes that we did with the garlic and the mustard and the olive oil, salt and pepper, and then this red fish. A little Asian flair to it, but we're ready to dig in. It looks good. Thanks for catching some fish.
My pleasure.
Do it again.
Yes, ma'am.
Bring it back again. All right, we're going to dig in.